In fact, entering from the Makar Dwar of Parliament, you can see there that Rahul Gandhi as well as Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, other leaders of the Congress party who are now entering through the Makar Dwar of the new Parliament building, and that process currently underway. We saw a short while earlier the Prime Minister along with his members of Parliament of the BJP entering through this particular Makar Dwar as well, and that process currently underway that we see. Of course, the Lok Sabha will be sitting first at 1:15. It's at 2 o'clock that we'll be seeing the Raj Sabha sitting as well. So all in all, a very important day, the first day of sittings beginning at the new Parliament complex where we're currently at, and of course a very, very important day for parliamentary democracy, as it were, but it's physically shifting from the old Parliament building this side right across to the new Parliament building within the same complex. Members of Parliament
being the same complex there as the parliamentarians are now making their way, and of course we'll be getting the first pictures from inside the new Parliament complex as well. Satyamev Jayate adorned, as you can see in the door or this gate that is specifically which faces the old Parliament building as they are making their way to the new one. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, you can see them, many of them of course spoke in their last address at the Central Hall, and how it was a historic session, so to say, as far as many of those speakers also talked about our rich culture and the reforms that have been made, and especially when it comes to the Indian aspirations, that should be the priority. And very important message that came in from the Prime Minister himself, saying that if anyone can make a big picture on a small canvas, just we cannot do that. In the same way, we cannot enlarge the canvas of our thinking. We will not be able to paint a picture of a grand India. And this is the message that has gone across from the Prime Minister, especially saying that all of the laws that have been made, all of the discussions, all the debates that has happened in the Parliament must now be aimed at focusing and encouraging the Indian aspirations. So shortly, we are expected to get the inside pictures from the new Parliament building itself. And in about, it's 1:09 p.m. right now, Shivani, we're just waiting for the time when we get those inside pictures and the Lok Sabha, the first session of the Lok Sabha convenes.
Amita, just in minutes from now, we will see pictures from the new Parliament, because we've already seen the pictures how the Prime Minister and all the MPs have entered the new Parliament, leaving the old Parliament, and this is for the new beginning. And as we have been telling our viewers that the first sitting in the new Parliament building will start at 1:15 in the Lok Sabha. So we shall be getting some pictures of this new beginning, and also we are expecting one more time address from the members, what's going to happen, how it's all going to begin, and how these MPs are going to start their first day, first sitting in the new Parliament building of India. And also a suggestion was made by the Prime Minister to call this building Samvidhan Sadan. So this is also a big indication on the name of the new Parliament building after its inauguration, and now the shifting from the old Parliament to the new Parliament. So a lot of new pictures, new news, new updates await us, Amita, and in minutes from now, the first session will start from the new Parliament building, and a lot of historical decision of what the Prime Minister have been indicating and talking about will happen from this new Parliament building in just minutes from now.
And even, when the Sengal was going to be put in its place, that moment was also a historic one. But Akansha, back in time, we thought that even when it comes to the monsoon session, that will be held in the new Parliament building. But that did not happen. Today, we are witnessing this historic moment because a special session of Parliament that has been called. And the very reason that was cited by the government, saying that even when it comes to the legacy, the learnings, all of the remembrance, that needs to be done in this current session of Parliament. Of course, we are also expecting that big developments are also possibly could be taken up. There are still 3 to 4 more days left for this historic special session. But this is something, as far as the Lok Sabha convening is concerned, that's going to happen in minutes from now. But all the more importance that it also holds, Akansha, in a short while from now when we will get those inside pictures.
Well, absolutely, and it is very important to mention the day that the government has chosen to for this transition. Today is Ganesh Chaturthi, which in itself symbolizes the mark of a new beginning, and that is why this day was chosen to transfer the part from the old Parliament to the new Parliament. And since morning,
inside
we've been
pictures are in now, Akansha, as I was just saying, and we were hoping that we'll get them any minute now. Those pictures from inside the new Parliament building, and with an applause as Prime Minister Narendra Modi is being welcomed and by the parliamentarians, because everything now around them is brand new. Brand new with the facilities, brand new. Naya Sansad is what is now being called as the Prime Minister is now making his way to this designated seat, the Treasury benches. Let's dip into the live audio that is now coming in from the Lok Sabha. Well, this is how the new Lok Sabha looks. This is the picture that is now coming in from the new Lok Sabha, from the Naya Sansad, as the Prime Minister made his way inside the Lok Sabha. 1:15 is the time as the special session, the second day of the special session that will convene. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and all the leaders and ministers who are now sitting in the Treasury benches, as we also will catch a glimpse of the entire Lok Sabha. There you can see. This is how the positioning now is, and you can see there is a lot of space there. And of course, even when it comes to the MPs, as the Prime Minister himself seems to be admiring the work that is now being done inside the new Parliament building, because it is important to note that how he himself was invested right from the very beginning when the announcement was made that a new Parliament building that will be constructed. And of course, when it comes to taking selfies, Rahul Gandhi there outside, and even when it comes to the Constitution of India, as you can see in the hands of Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, those are many of those leaders from the opposition, as now they seem to be entering the new Parliament building. And this is a copy that has been shared to all of those parliamentarians, and a special kit that has been made for them, including a copy of Constitution, a special coin, a postage stamp, a commemorative coin that is being called to mark the special occasion. And there you can see the view, and the view is so very different from the old Sansad and now to the new Sansad, that they've made this seamless transition to the new Lok Sabha, as we are awaiting those inside pictures and how the entire session that will now commence in about a minute or so. Prime Minister Narendra Modi seated to his right, Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh, Union Home Minister Amit Shah also there present. And as far as Om Birla now will be taking his chair as the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, and it would be right next to him when the Singol, we have seen those pictures that came in, the Singol, the Sthapna jo kari gayi thi Singol ki, that would be placed right next to the Speaker of the House of the Lok Sabha, Om Birla. And pictures that are now coming in from inside. And of course, even when it comes to the accomplishments that India has made, this is something that has been highlighted by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And even when it comes to leaving and bidding adieu to the old building, that was an emotional moment for all of them.